Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You know who I am, ETTemplar, Supreme Misfit Professional Dipshit, and it's ETTemplar's level quest. We go from 65 to 70 in this quick little clip. I decided to short it down a bit so it's not 27 minutes. I'm pretty sure you guys have other shit to do than to watch some nerd play Starfield. So for expediency, I kind of cut it down. It's to 15 minutes. I'd probably be leveling quicker if I did all the artifacts and just speed run through the main quest. So there's that, and the goal here is to hit level 400, because I think the highest character that I've seen that someone posted was like 370. So that's gonna be our goal, to try and be the highest level player in Starfield, which is kind of a big goal, and this will provide content for some time, and hopefully I can keep the narration, keep it interesting, and I'll try and come up with better ways to level and make the gameplay a little bit more interesting. But as you see, we're just doing bounties. Most of these are going to be just doing the bounties for people and these, you know, these damn Crimson Space guys, which we're going to board the ship and murder them, which is always fun. But other than that, YouTube recently has magically yeeted over 24 hours of watch time from my channel. And I asked them about it, and they said, oh, it's if you're unlisting or privating videos, which I haven't been doing en masse at all. So it's just YouTube. They also said, oh, it's supposedly over legitimate view time, which is bullshit. So I legitimately think that that's YouTube fucking my channel. You know, of course, I'm not gonna be one of these people like, I'm shadow banned. But clearly there's some hanky shit going on with my channel and YouTube and the metrics. But speaking of which, our previous video got 23 views. That's fucking awesome. And thank you to everyone who watched. And we're dicing these guys up with a wakizashi. We're going weeb on them. So that's cool. 23 views. That's awesome. And if we have to hit that here for this video, that'd be cool. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, I cut these down to a little bit shorter, bite-sized bits. And then I'll change these up. Sometimes I'll make them more quest orientated. And so we just picked up contraband there. It was like stolen art. And of course, later, I think we pick up some Faroon heretic writings. So I won't show it on screen, but there's a system called Wolf. And if you go there, there's a space station called the Wolf's Den. And you go there and you can sell these to the trade organization guy there in that space station. Because of course, if you fly into any other port like Aquila or Freestar Collective or the United Colonies, you'll get busted, right? And you'll have to pay a fine, and they'll take all the shit you stole and the contraband. So if you ever pick up contraband, go to Wolf, go to the Wolf's Den station. There you can dock with that station and sell your contraband and illegal wares to the trade guy there for your credits, and not have, you know, the shit you stole be stolen and confiscated by them. So it's a way of course also selling your, you know, contraband that you come across, whether it's Sentient AA parts, mech parts, Xeno Warfare, Faroon heretic writings. So yeah, it's just a way of selling those off without getting busted and having your, you know, sweet stolen loot get confiscated. So there's just some game tips for you, and always remember too, when you pick up that, you want to remember that, because you also don't want to trigger that, you know, United Colonies SysDef quest line where they like quite literally abduct you against your will and say, oh, you're going to work for us and you're going to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet. So you don't want that to happen, because, well, to be a the dark snitch for the United Colonies, regardless of your opinion on the Crimson Fleet, it is kind of bullshit. I mean, if this was in real life, I'm pretty sure they can't. I mean, yeah, they probably could get you to, you know, be a snitch if they held like charges over your head. But yeah, it's being forced to be a mole. This is not fun, even though it's a very cool quest line. And I'm pretty sure other people side with the Crimson Fleet just to kind of flip the bird to SysDef, and I get that. And that's probably a lot of people do that more times than not. But I like killing the Crimson Fleet pirates. But of course, if you side with the Crimson Fleet, then you can't grind off the Crimson Fleet when you come across them in outposts or other planets. So that's why I side with SysDef, just for that alone, because it gives me a way to grind to levels without having to pay fees to the Crimson Fleet for killing them. Because, of course, if you side with them and you kill them, then you're going to end up having to pay bounties and fees for killing them and blowing up their ships. So for the sake of grinding, I side with the SysDef, and I think get 25 to 50,000 credits? Something like that. I forgot. It's been a while. But that's how we do that. And I'm still a fan of this game. And I guess on September 30th, the Shattered Space comes out. And I'll probably do a video on that. I'm not expecting a whole lot, to be honest. My expectations are high for Shattered Space. I don't know what's going to be added. Maybe the quest line's like fucking badass. I think they're adding some new weapons. There's going to be new armor that you get from that quest line, so that's cool. And I want to see what the Varun homeworld looks like, so that's going to be like awesome. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I hope there's tons of new content, new worlds and stuff to do. I hope they add new vehicles, like instead of like Rev 8 little doom buggy thing here. So I'm just kind of excited for it, but I'm not expecting a whole lot. I'm expecting to be let down because this is Bethesda. They've let us down before. So of course off topic from Starfield, I covered Darkside Phil a little bit. I probably won't talk too much, but for the sake of something to talk about, I can see why he has a lot of detractors. It's because he comes off as ungrateful. If you haven't seen that video, there'll be a card somewhere on screen. But long story short, he complains that people are donating to him, but it's not enough because PayPal takes a cut. Of course, through bank fees and conversion fees between currencies, there's going to be, they're going to take their cut too for using their bank essentially. So he's complaining about that. He's demanding that people give him more money, which I think is a wrong attitude to have. I know in my humble experience, when people support this channel, or even when people comment and watch my content, that means the absolute world to me. And I would never spit on someone or, shit on someone theoretically for doing that. So, of course, we found this high-level Wakizashi, and it's just fun version of gameplay. Going melee, and of course I'll eventually put skill points in the melee perks. I think it increases critical damage, and you have a chance of disarming people when you're walloping the shit out of them with a melee weapon. So that's going to be fun in the future, and of course I'm hoping to get to phase time like 7 or 8, so we can slow down time for 2 or 3 minutes and just chop people down to size. Phase time for me in this game is probably the best Starborn power. It's the coolest too. The bullet time. It's just awesome. And of course, there's grab dash is cool, especially if you're using a sword. You can, grab dash to cover the distance closer. You chop up your enemies. So there's just all kinds of cool varying ways you can play this game on top of, just shooting people. So there's all kinds of fun ways, and we just hit level 69. So having a good time still playing this game. And some of this narration might not always be about Starfield. I might cover some other stuff. But yeah, again, the goal is just to hit level 400 and maybe just document it in a playlist and here on YouTube. Mainly for fun. Hopefully people find and enjoy this journey that we go on. That's the main goal. And if it really takes off, if we get tons of viewers, watchers, and supporters, certainly I'll do more with Starfield, as well as like more varied content. This Friday, I'm getting back into making music, which is such a shtick that everyone does, even Review Tech USA. But for me, I just, do it just for fun, and because, farting around with music making is just, it's fun. It's a fun hobby. And a lot of stuff I've made is on Patreon. If anyone's curious, you can find them and download them there. If you become a patron, that'd be cool. If not, don't worry about it. That's all good. So that's my grifting gimmick there, as well as I upload other stuff on Patreon and release exclusive videos through Odyssey that are unlisted. So every once in a while I'll upload something unique there. But other than that, any support is greatly appreciated, and I can't ever express enough gratitude or thankfulness, even for people just viewing, commenting, and watching. So to contrast this with DSP, I'm like eternally thankful for anyone who wants to give this channel and this content a loyal shot. I'll try not to disappoint and be a dick like some other content creators. I'll do more streams eventually too. Yeah, gonna chop these dudes up and whack his ass. Weeaboo mode. Sometimes the Starfield doesn't scale the levels to your character. Sometimes they're just, for whatever reason, it doesn't scale the NPC enemy characters, and it totally makes you feel like a badass sometimes, because they'll be level 8 and you're like level 60 or 70 and you're just walking through yeeting people. So my opinion of Starfield, after putting like literally 1,000 hours into it, it's still fun to me. I don't know, for whatever reason, this game, I jive with it. It's easy. At the higher levels, it does get a little bit tougher, and there's different modifiers in the gameplay settings, so you can make it harder or easier for you. You can even increase your carrying capacity for an experience penalty. So if it benefits you, you get an experience penalty of like 3% or more, depending on changes to the gameplay. So Starfield has that cool aspect to it. You can even change the difficulty to space battles and just normal combat against you. So it makes the game harder, which is pretty cool how Starfield did that. That wasn't a feature until recently, actually. So again, I don't think there's a level cap to Starfield, which is amazing to me. I don't think there was a level cap to Skyrim either, unless if I'm mistaken, or I'm probably mistaken. I don't know if any of the Fallout games had a level cap either. But yeah, so we're gonna stack all the skills, all the perks. I think I put some in commerce recently, and finesse, not finesse, but that's one of the perks where you get increased O2 for running and fall damage and gymnastics and shit, which was kind of a waste. I should put in, again, the melee, perks and the weapons. But this game's an absolute blast. It might get a little repetitive at times, if I'm going to be honest. But hopefully Shattered Space will change that. Shattered Space, hopefully it adds tons of new shit. And I hope Bethesda continues to keep adding on more content. I can't wait to see what else they can do with it. It would be cool if they introduced aliens at some point. Or, like, more places to visit. Mainly, like I've said before, this game has a lack of cool clubs with half-naked dancing people. There's no club Afterlife like from Mass Effect. And of course, you can do fun shit like this in the photo mode. Which originally I was gonna end this this series video was gonna end at like level 69, but then I decided, oh well, round it up to 20 or to 70 rather. So in the meantime, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Leveling is just surveying, doing bounty quests, and I'll try and again make the gameplay content more entertaining and cool, as well as change up the narration too. I'll actually storyboard and have written down notes and stuff, or other topics and gaming related stuff. So far, bear with me because these early ones are going to be rambling about just about anything and everything, but I will fine tune these to be more professional, organized over time. So that will do it for this video of ETTemplar's level quest. We're up to level 70, and next time we'll see if we can't make that 80. That'll do it for this series for this week. So next week there should be 2 more videos, God willing, and hopefully we'll see you next time. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Check out the description if you so wish. And again, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening and watching me ramble as Starfield plays and as we continue our quest, the level quest. See you next time.